Hey everyone! Close control of the ball is the backbone of good dribbling and really, of football technique in general. The top players in the world, the ones with the highest level of close control, can handle the ball at full speed, beat opponents with just a couple of simple moves, or keep possession even under heavy pressure. The best example of how much close control influences the quality of our technique is Lionel Messi's dribbling. Watch him play, you'll see he doesn't rely on complicated feints when taking on defenders. Instead, he takes a touch the ball almost every step while running at speed. That's why it looks like the ball is glued to his foot. He just dribble past one defender after another, and it's almost impossible to stop him without fouling. That kind of dribbling only comes from elite close control. So, if you'll regularly do exercises to develop close control, you'll be far ahead of your competitors who don't. In this video, I'm going to show you 20 of the best close control drills, the same ones used in the top football academies around the world. Do these regularly, and your game will level up fast. Here we go! Before starting the exercises, you need to place a few cones in a straight line. The distance between the cones should be one average step. The first exercise involves gently throw the ball with the inside of your feet from one leg to the other in the corridors between the cones. This exercise will help you learn how to perform the skill move la croqueta correctly, which is often used by the world's best footballers. In this drill, you don't need to kick the ball hard. On the contrary, you need to gently throw it with the inside of your foot, as it dragging the ball from one foot to the other. This will make the movement more controlled, stable, and amplitude. The second exercise involves sole rolling the ball from one foot to the other. You need to roll the ball with the front part of the sole, which is directly under the toes of your foot. The movement should be as wide and clean as possible so that the foot you are touching the ball crosses over the supporting foot in the final phase of the roll. Finish the movement with a touch with the inside of the foot of the opposite leg and continue in the opposite direction for the entire distance. The third exercise is also very effective because it trains one of the most frequently used movements in soccer, moving to the side with the outside of the foot. You need to throw the ball with each foot and turn into the corridors between the cones diagonally with the area just above the middle toe. Then you need to turn the ball with the front part of the sole and continue the movement in the opposite direction. This exercise will not be very difficult for many, so try to perform it at maximum speed. In the fourth exercise, you need to perform 3 actions at once. First, drag the ball toward you with the front part of your sole, then sharply throw the ball with the outside of the foot of the same leg into the space between the cones. You need to touch the ball here with the same area as in the previous exercise, which is slightly above the middle toe. Then throw the ball forward with the inside of your foot. Remember that the exercise should be performed at maximum speed. If you have trouble at first, perform the exercise at a comfortable pace for you, gradually increasing your speed. In the fifth drill, you'll work on keeping the ball as close to you as possible using both the inside and outside of your foot. To get the most out of this exercise, stay on slightly bent knees so your center of gravity is lower and you can control your body more easily. Do 2 touches with the outside and 2 touches with the inside of your foot, pushing the ball through the gaps between the cones as you go. This exercise is performed separately with each foot. Therefore, practice with your strong foot first and then work on your weaker foot. The sixth drill is similar to the previous one, but it's more challenging. Instead of doing 2 touches with the inside and 2 with the outside of your foot, you only do 1 each. When pushing the ball through the gaps between the cones, make the touches as sharp and precise as possible so the ball moves quickly from side to side and forces you to work at top speed. This will help you adapt faster and lock in the movement skill so you can use it effectively in a game. This drill is also done with each foot separately. Start with your stronger foot first, then practice with your weaker foot. In the 7th exercise, you need to push the ball through the corridors between the cones with both feet in turn, working with the inner and outer sides of your feet. To perform the exercise as effectively as possible, lean your torso forward slightly and move on semi-bent legs so that your chest is approximately above the ball. This will allow you to control your body more easily and improve the quality of your movements. Try to make your touches as clean and accurate as possible while working at maximum speed. In exercise number 8, you need to throw the ball from one foot to the other using the inside of your foot, performing the la croqueta move, and then sharply push the ball between the cones using the outside of your foot. This drill is done separately with the right and left foot. Try to stay slightly bent at the knees and lean your upper body forward. This position will help you stay more agile and explosive while performing the exercise. Throw the ball from foot to foot with maximum amplitude, working at top speed. The ninth drill is a combination exercise where you work with both the inside of your foot and the sole at the same time. First, roll the ball across from one foot to the other using the front part of your sole with a wide motion. Then, make 2 controlled touches with the inside of both feet, and after that, roll the ball back through the channel between the cones in the opposite direction. Once you've made it all the way down the line of cones, turn and go back the other way, gradually increasing your speed as you perform the drill. In the 10th drill, you're going to work on another very effective skill move for dribbling. First, make a wide, clean sole roll, and then quickly throw the ball with the outside of the same foot through the gap between the cones. Try to stay on slightly bent knees so your center of gravity stays lower. This will help you change direction sharply and stay more explosive. Start by performing the drill with your strong foot at maximum speed, and then practice it with your weak foot as well. The 11th drill is the L drag while moving backward. First, pull the ball toward yourself with the sole of your foot. Then, using the inside of the same foot, push the ball behind your supporting leg through the gap between the cones. After that, repeat the same movement with your other foot, gradually moving backward along the line of cones. If it's easier for you, you can look down at your feet to keep track of the cone positions and make sure you're pushing the ball cleanly through the gaps. In the 12th drill, you'll be combining several moves into one smooth sequence. First, push the ball with the outside of your foot through the gap between the cones. Then, make 2 quick and accurate touches with the inside of both feet. After that, use the outside of your other foot to push the ball through the cones again. If you've never done this drill before, it might feel a bit tricky at first, but the more you practice it, the easier it'll become. Also, make sure to keep a low center of gravity by staying on slightly bent knees. This will help you change direction more easily and stay balanced throughout the movement. The 13th drill will help you master another very effective dribbling skill move, the V-cut. First, use the front part of your sole to pull the ball diagonally toward yourself through the gap between the cones. Then, quickly push the ball forward in the opposite direction with the inside of the same foot. This move is usually performed either from a standstill or at a low speed during a game, so at first it might feel a bit difficult to do while moving between the cones. But with time and consistent practice, you'll get used to the motion and be able to perform it smoothly and with control. In the 14th drill, you'll be working with the ball while motion sideways to the cones. This is a combination exercise that helps you develop 2 skills at once, the la croqueta and the sole roll. First, move the ball from one foot to the other using the inside of your feet. Then, push the ball forward through the cones. After that, roll the ball to the side with the sole of your foot and pull it back toward yourself with the toe of your other foot. Continue this sequence all the way down the line of cones, then turn around and repeat the drill in the opposite direction. The 15th exercise is similar to the previous one, where you also need to move sideways toward the cones. However, instead of using the inside of your feet, all touches of the ball in this exercise should be made with the sole of your foot. First, roll the ball sideways, then push it forward between the cones, then roll it sideways again and pull it toward you. Do these movements until you reach the end of the line of cones, then repeat in the opposite direction. In the 16th drill, you'll work on making quick changes of direction using the outside of both feet. First, push the ball out to the side through the gap between the cones. Then, with your other foot nudge the ball slightly forward using the outside. After that, quickly throw the ball back in the opposite direction with the same foot through the gap between the cones. Continue this pattern all the way down the line of cones, then turn around and do the drill in the opposite direction. The 17th drill is similar to the previous one, but instead of 2 touches with the outside of each foot, you'll do just 1 touch per foot. This exercise is more challenging because you'll need to work at maximum speed to get the ball out to each corridor in time. So make sure to stay on slightly bent knees to keep a low center of gravity and stay more agile. In the 18th drill, you'll work on another popular skill move, the step over. First, push the ball forward diagonally with the outside of your foot, and then quickly perform a step over with the same foot in front of the ball. Repeat this movement along the entire line of cones, then turn around and do it in the opposite direction. The 19th drill will help you master another step-over variation, the rivellino. This move is performed to the inside. You need to swing your leg sharply in front of the ball, as if you're about to strike it. Use your upper body to sell the fake and make the motion look more natural, then quickly push the ball with the outside of the same foot through the gap between the cones. After that, repeat the move in the opposite direction with your other foot. Perform the drill at maximum speed. And in the final, 20th drill, you'll work on the L drag with a forward throw. You've already seen this move earlier, but that time it was done while moving backward. Now, facing the cones, pull the ball toward yourself, push it to the side with the inside of your foot behind your standing leg, and then use your other foot to push it forward parallel to the line of cones. Next, repeat the same movement in the opposite direction, and keep going like that all the way down the line. To get the most out of your training, break all the drills from this video into small sets of about 5 to 6 exercises. Do each one 5 times in both directions for about 20 to 25 minutes a day. This way, you'll get in thousands of ball touches every session, and before long, your ball control will improve dramatically. And if this video was helpful for you, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos. Good luck, and see ya!